Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
By 20. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Goff now looks to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2.
So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
180. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they coughed it up. led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. Again on second and 10, it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. The quick feet by Jackson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. First and 10 right at the 20. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Throwing on second and 14. Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Open space inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
It's a gain of 9.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Tonight, like 20. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Henderson will try and run for the first. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Gone. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Hey, kill. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, Maverick Wall. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Check 13. Check 13.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 50. Go. Check.
Now Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is gone. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about...
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Jackson now. Buying time to his left. Throw left side, completes Isabella. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out. And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they? The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again? Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember,
and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Badgley on for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Goff now looking to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's gone. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Jackson. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Come on, QB, come on. Jim, please. Hey, alert 3, alert.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You got nothing.
Jackson now to throw again. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Jackson dancing, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On 3rd down, Jackson able to find Isabella. A good pickup. 21 yards. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now this throw caught left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy is covering you. He's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Jackson Steps away to his left, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. This is Breida on the draw. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Jackson on first down. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's good for 28 yards. Jackson will keep it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Back now in Los Angeles. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. On 1st down, it's gone. He's going to let this one go deep. And now here is another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, a couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 89 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
After the run, Goff going to throw. Going for the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always.
And this is caught. A huge play there for Arizona. 51 yards. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Goff going to hand it to Gurley, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Credit to tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. The Rams on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're
And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Rams, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our